Evermoreso, 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 Evermoreso.
Atomic Bikini Zombie, Chapter 2. One style, you found it in the new Windbreaker 3000 moped. Its sleek design, fuel-injected awesomeness, and wide array of available colors scream style. One style, picture yourself being the envy of your friends as you're cruising down the street breaking wind. And you're doing it in style. Style is ready, how about you? Windbreaker, don't get caught behind. Bernard Burke loved that ad. Every time it popped up on TV, he would halt whatever activity that he was doing just to admire the body of the moped as studio lighting would glint off its unblemished surface. His admiration bordered on obsession as he found any scrap of information he could about his beloved Windbreaker 3000. After months of dedicated research and financial juggling, he summoned up enough courage to visit the dealership and sealed the deal. Now it can truly be said that Bernard Burke has style. Electric blue two-wheeled style. It was close to noon when Bernard was traveling down a warm, sunlit street in style to an appointment. This appointment was highly unexpected considering Bernard's limited social circle. He was summoned to the home of Dr. Dietrich Kaiser, a man who had a reputation for being a brilliant scientist, widely respected author, lecturer, and owner of a beautiful manor that overlooked a wide stretch of beach. Kaiser wasn't the sort of man to hand out invitations, especially to chemistry majors like Bernard. Knowing that this mysterious meeting was important, Mr. Burke knew that he had to look his best for the occasion. He wore a crisp, button-up, short-sleeved shirt, Davies gray corduroy trousers, and matching dress shoes. Bernard made sure that the electric blue helmet he sported wasn't strapped too tight. He certainly didn't want the helmet to crush his neatly parted dark brown hair. The crowning touch of his look was the glaring red power socks which were on full display while riding his glorious wind-breaking chariot. Bernard's greatest stressor was hoping that the fresh cleaning he gave his glasses will hold out the course of the journey. After what seemed like an eternity of travel, Bernard rolled past the property's open gates and concluded his journey in the drive of Kaiser Manor. The manor itself was as gorgeous as he imagined it to be. The well-manicured frontage that surrounded him blended nicely into a wall of shrubs and trees. In the center of the drive was a well-placed running fountain featuring a cherub standing on a platform of stone clouds gleefully urinating into the mouth of an equally happy fish below. Bernard dismounted his stylish steed and removed his helmet. He attempted to suppress his nervousness by drawing in a deep breath while he attached his helmet to his ride. A few steps later, he stood within the expanse of a detailed stone archway and stared blankly at the sturdy wooden door. With a last push of courage, he activated the doorbell. A few seconds later, the door opened, revealing the beautiful figure of Morgan, who was sporting a white crop top with a large red heart imprinted in its center and skin-tight black leather pants. The blonde flashed a kind smile as she clearly blocked the entryway.
May I help you?
Mr. Burke found himself caught off guard by the woman's beauty. A hot bombshell was the last thing he expected. Oh, wow. Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, my name is Bernard Burke, and I'm here on Dr. Dietrich Kaiser's request. I was requested.
We've been expecting you, Mr. Burke. I'm Morgan. Please follow me.
Bernard entered the lavish entryway as Morgan closed the door behind him. Morgan led the young man through the length of a hall decorated with various forms of art. Oh, wow, this house is simply amazing. Unbelievable! As unbelievable as his surroundings were, Bernard's gaze was soon captivated by the light reflecting off of Morgan's leather-clad posterior. Yep, very scenic.
Thank you, Mr. Burke. There are many interesting pieces here.
Bernard attempted in vain to pull his attention elsewhere, but he found himself transfixed by the mesmerizing motion of Morgan's well-rounded derriere. Yes, there is. Morgan concluded her escort duty at one of the final doors at the end of the hall.
Here you are, Mr. Burke. The doctor's waiting.
Thanks.
Morgan.
That's the one. Sorry about that. I'm just a little nervous.
There's no need for that. But, just between you and me, I find it kind of cute watching you squirm.
Huh?
Dr. Kaiser, Mr. Burke is here to see you.
Following his attractive guide, Bernard entered a professional-looking study. Rising from behind an old desk was a tall man in his early 50s with gray-shot hair and a trimmed beard. Though his sharp-looking custom suit made Dr. Kaiser seem like a cold business type, he approached Bernard with a warm smile and a welcome hand. Yes, Mr. Burke, how are you, young man? Fine, sir, thank you. Good. Did you have any trouble finding the place? I mean, I realize it is a little out of the way. Not at all, sir. As far as giant manor houses situated by the beach go, this is the only game in town. Of course it is. May I say, this is truly an honor to finally meet you, sir. Your credentials in the scientific community are without peer. I personally enjoy your extensive research on the Mayan tree frog anal dart theory. Yes, I had a lot of fun with that one. Now, allow me to address the reason why I have summoned you here today, Bernard. Your recent achievements in chemistry are nothing less than brilliant. It's like your father's celebrated brain has been born once again. Wow, sir, I am honored and shocked at the same time. I can't believe you knew my father. He never mentioned you. I think I owed him money, but nevertheless, I would like for you to join in my scientific ventures as my apprentice. Really? I would be honored, Dr. Kaiser. Thank you. What sort of research are you conducting? As you are no doubt aware, I am currently employed by the police as their advisor concerning unusual crimes. It takes up most of my time, but I still have many personal projects in the works. Unusual crimes? Oh, like that two-headed Sasquatch creature that murdered some campers about a year ago. Kaiser shot a concerned glance at Morgan, who was standing near the door with arms crossed. Something to that effect. We'll hash out the particulars later. But for now, we must be off. Where to? To visit some colleagues of mine. There is an interesting project we have been working on. I want you to get to know them, Bernard. All of them are scientists and certified geniuses, so I'm sure we'll have plenty of laughs. It would be my honor, sir. Excellent, excellent. Now, could you allow me a moment with Miss Morgan, please? Yes, sir. I'll just be out in the hall. As Bernard stepped out, Morgan moved closer to the doctor. He had to bring up a two-headed hybrid, didn't he?
Wasn't I the one who suggested we use titanium chains to keep it in the cellar?
Yes, Morgan. Don't rub salt in the wound. I suppose I'll have to craft another one someday.
You'll need more parts.
Speaking of which, while Bernard and I are out, I want you to go back to that cemetery and get me those parts you neglected to retrieve last night.
I told you! Those deadbeats attacked me! One of them even came after me with a knife! After I wrecked his head, I got pissed off and left!
They're getting more aggressive, are they?
Maybe we shouldn't have dumped all that toxic waste near our graveyard, especially one so close to the house.
It seemed like a good idea.
Yes, and we've been doing it for years.
It's a convenient location. Perhaps we should find another location for our lethal refuse.
There's something else bugging me, Doc. Why that kid Burke? Why do you need him?
His father was brilliant, and this particular apple didn't fall far from the brilliant tree. Besides, Morgan, think of my past experiments. For a so-called mad scientist, I have never been good at chemistry.
That's true.
Atomic Bikini Zombie will return after these messages.